Hello lovely humans and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Charlie and I make alternative makeup and music content. Today I am super stoked to be bringing you a tutorial for Dr. Furter's makeup from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is just an absolutely iconic look and I don't know a single queer alt person who doesn't absolutely adore this makeup and this character. So yeah, really excited for this one. To start off, I have washed and primed my face, as well as covered what little eyebrows I currently have. If you have no eyebrows, that's definitely ideal, and if you do have eyebrows, you definitely want to cover them. And products I will be using will be listed in the description down below as usual. Without further ado, let's get started. So obviously with this look, we're going for a very smooth, kind of pale surface in terms of complexion, so I'm going to start with concealer. And definitely I would recommend if you wear foundation, starting with that and getting that as smooth as possible. I don't wear foundation, so this is what I'm doing. At this point, you should look like an ancient ghost out for blood, and now I'm going to set this with white eyeshadow just to really solidify that effect. Okay, I think we're looking sufficiently dead at this point, so let's bring some life back into this face with some contour. Alright, so I've just got a big fluffy brush with kind of a combination of some red and brown shades on it, and we're going to do kind of a harsh cheek contour. And bring it up onto the cheekbone a little ways and also kind of up onto the temple. And then with an angled fluffy brush, I'm also going to add a jaw contour and just make it as sharp as I can. And that's done, and as you can see, I've also added a nose contour. Don't worry about how harsh this looks right now, because when you add the eye makeup and the look, it'll really all come together. I know right now it looks a bit ridiculous, but trust the process on this one. So with all of that done, it's time to move on, and the next part I like to do is the eyebrows. So to do the brows, I'm going to be taking my trusty Black Cat liquid lipstick and a fine tip paintbrush, and just draw them on. Frankenfurter's brows are quite thin and angular, so you're going to want to keep that in mind as you draw them on. So I get the lipstick on the brush just like that, and now we draw. And don't worry if it comes out a little messy like this when you first do it. This is essentially a sketch, and we're going to kind of go back and fill it out a little bit. The trick here is trying to get the same thing on the other side. And unfortunately, there's not really a trick to this, it just kind of takes practice. I didn't do a very good job this time. So it's time to go back in and fill them out, go back over the lines you initially drew and make them dark and as coherent as possible, and then add a little bit of width to the brows. And during this process, you definitely don't need to be worried about if the makeup comes out looking a little rough or tacky, because that is kind of how it's supposed to look. Sisters, not twins, just as the man himself would have wanted. Alright, now it's time to move on to eyeshadow. So there's a few ways you could kind of approach this eye look. On the original, it looks like it's mostly kind of a powdery blue-gray shadow with maybe a darker gray shadow on the lid. I unfortunately do not have those colors, so I'm just going to be using a black shadow and kind of blending it out and applying it more lightly to create gray moving upwards. So the first thing you're going to do is pack black shadow across the entire lid and into the crease, and I'm going to be using this old gift card again, just holding it under my eye to prevent any fallout. And repeat on the other side. Now we're just going to blend that upwards until it meets the brows and is a very, very light gray. So I'm going to touch that up by blending it out with a little bit of white near the top and deepening the eye again with a little more black, and then we'll repeat on the other side. Last step on the eyes, we're going to deepen this inner corner and kind of bring it a little ways down the nose. Okay, actually I lied, that wasn't the last step. Mascara is. And last but not least, it is time for the lipstick. Now the lipstick on this look is essentially a black and red ombre lip, but if you spent half as much time on it and bought both colors from the drugstore. So we're going to start with a red lipstick and just apply that all over the lip as normal. Then when you get to the top, I think it's called the Cupid's bow, I just like to make that a little bit more pointed. Like so. Next I'm going to take the fine tip brush with a little bit of the black lipstick on it / black eyeshadow and just outline the lips. And this is totally optional because it was definitely not in the original makeup. They didn't really use highlighter at this time, but I like to add some highlighter to this look because I feel like it just works very well. And you're done. And there's the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, you can leave a like down below and subscribe to see more from me. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all of which will be linked in the description down below. Once again, all of the products I used in this video will be listed in the description, so you can go check them out. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye!